provisional for him. So I was like, hey, these look really balanced.
It's okay. Gensos isn't very good, so they're
Oh
a little
damn! Shots fired. I guess we don't have to be unbiased as shoutcasters.
bit. Nah.
I should double check that the stream is working. Looks like it is. Nice. Cool. All right. So this is crazy that we actually had to make a second channel to do this. We are not playing.
Yeah, dude,
Baron
that's awesome.
Building.
I think it's because I was telling everybody, dude, you coming to community games tonight?
Oh yeah? Were you really?
Yeah, I always tell that. I always
Oh.
tell them.
You're my superhero, man. VIP.
PR, Lola PR, dude.
I'll take it. That's super helpful. Much appreciated. Okay, so, Jackass, you were in here when we shoutcasted before, right?
I was.
Yes.
I always enjoy seeing them. I like it because it helps me to like seeing what people do right and wrong. Just helps. Like sometimes people see things that I don't see, so I like to
Gotcha.
hear notions like confirmed or denied.
Sure. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do this just fine. I'm not worried at all. We'll be perfectly fine. No big deal. And I will start talking a little bit more about actually, I guess we can start talking now. So we have Zoe and an Orn band for the left team, and we have a Zinzao and Zed band. This is gonna be crazy because there are a lot more people in community games, so I think there's a lot of new faces too. So we're probably not gonna see a lot of targeted bans. You know, One Tooth is not on either of these teams, or Exile's not on either of those teams. Those guys usually get banned out.
I'll tell you, as a mid laner, as a top laner, I always appreciate a Zed ban and a Vayne ban because if I play tanks, I hate going against Vayne. And if I play mid, Zed is usually I usually play mages and Zed sucks to go against.
Hey, curiosity, are we actually shoutcasting this to anybody, or is the other group shoutcasting it on the Lola channel?
I'm streaming this on my personal channel so I can upload it later.
Brilliant.
Yep. Not bad, right?
Yup.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's
good
crazy.
problem to have.
Good problem. Yeah, people just jumped in and it was ridiculous, and now we have. This is the first time we're actually doing 2 community games at once, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might actually have to have like people help moderate these things if it continues like this, because I jumped in and I was like, okay, there's like 11 people, that's cool, and then pop like as 8 o'clock came around, and I'm like, okay, we have 17 people, I don't know what to do. And
Humble brag, too many friends. We get it, man.
I have way too many friends for what I deserve, that's for sure. If I want to consider everyone in the Lola community my friend, but I know 90% of them are here because of Blake's racist comments.
That's true.
Yeah.
Love them hoodies.
I don't even remember what I said.
Which time?
I don't know if it was racist. You just said something about not liking Sam very much.
And
Yeah,
that obviously
true.
has to be racially.
I think I
motivated.
did call him a member of an inferior race. I think I did say that. It wasn't just the.
I didn't say that. It was just implied.
Except I think he actually did say that.
I think I said exactly that. In complete jest.
All right, so
I've never seen Simi play Kalista, but if he's good at it, that is a nasty bot lane.
I do not know who that is, so that'll be exciting. I'm disappointed that Alawi's Tampon's not playing Alawi, but that's okay.
All right, my attention is somewhat split between making fun of the community and my sick children.
You're making fun of your sick children and the community? Damn. All right, so far, yeah, I do like that bot lane on the red team. Kalista Thresh is definitely kind of brutal. Lots of CC'd forever. And Shyvana is definitely a very scary champion in the jungle right now. She has a really high win rate. She's pretty easy to pick up. And as long as nothing crazy goes on in the jungle early, she just pretty much scales and is terrifying to any backline, even if she's playing full tank.
Oh yeah, Kalista I think is a really good ADC. I actually kind of don't really like playing with Kalistas in solo duo because most Kalistas I don't think are that great because I think she's kind of a mechanically demanding. But that said, I love having a good Kalista support duo.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's her ult just takes a lot of communication because it can be really disorienting as a support. If you ult them, does that mean that you want you're trying to save the support? Is the support supposed to go in last like ditch effort, or was the support even ready, or thinks that they want to engage? Like there's just you need to be communicating, so it's definitely hard to do in a solo situation. But hopefully, when 5 people are on mics and hopefully they can communicate all right, it should go okay. I think so.
Oh, for sure.
We got a
I'll be
LeBlanc that comp.
That'll be an interesting bot lane matchup, I think, because the Rakan has a lot of ways to try and get them out if when Kalista throws the thresh at them.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and Lucian can dodge the hooks, should be able to dodge the hooks.
Yeah.
If Rakan gets hooked, like you said, he can just get out, or he can just counter engage. We will see a lot of roaming from the mid laners, hopefully, because we have a delay.
Yeah.
And
I think one of those two may win the game or early game for them because that roaming is going to be key from the mid lane for sure.
With
the Pantheon, I love seeing Pantheon jumps. Always makes me happy.
Yeah, that Pantheon's gonna. I don't know.
He really. I don't think he's gonna do that great top lane, but I think he needs to make an impact in other lanes early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
as soon as possible.
I'll say this: I'm pretty sure Pantheon can beat Maokai like maybe the first 3 levels or so.
Yeah.
Maybe before Maokai's first back, where he gets really tanky.
Right.
But Maokai, as long as he builds like Bramble Vest, probably first item, and he doesn't have to finish it. If he just builds Bramble Vest, he'll probably be okay. And then just eventually out sustain Pantheon because Pantheon will need to spam his abilities and he'll run out of mana.
Right.
Then Gragas in the jungle, which will be good because he will be able to gank while Shyvana wants to farm.
Yeah, and he brings a little more CC than Shyvana, so they get some CC from him too, which will be good. They'll need that against the Maokai.
Yeah, Shyvana's only CC is pretty much her knockback if she ults, and even then, that's not like an insect or anything like that. It's not something crazy. It's just small little boop.
Yep.
But cool.
Yeah, she is awesome at getting to the backline though with that ult. So this will be an interesting match. I mean, I like you said, for me, Kalista is like such a communication intensive champion. So like it's to me, it's a lot like Shen is in top lane, where like it's not fun at all if you are not coordinated with your team. But if you are coordinated, it is one of the rewarding play. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be fun to see how she uses the thresh and her ult in conjunction with each other.
Yep. I'm really liking both team comps. I think they both have good damage. I think they both have good tankiness. Or actually, I take that back. The right team has a nice balance of tankiness. The left team, it does not. It's just gonna be on Gragas. I'm guessing the Gragas won't go tanky first item either. They might go Runic Echoes. Depends on how greedy they are and how fed they get. Because I think if you get fed on a Gragas early, you can go Runic Echoes and maybe go even a second damage item if you don't want to go tank right away.
Right.
And then Pantheon's not really going to build tanky either. So
Jackad, I think I've played a game with him and he seemed pretty aggressive. I think he will go Runic Echoes, but he may go Sunfire Cape just because his team needs a tank. And to me, just based on the picks, I'd give the advantage to the right side team, whichever that's early.
I will say this though, you're depending on a lot of damage from your Kalista, right?
Yeah.
LeBlanc can burst people out if they get caught, but Kalista's kind of the steady damage dealer, and if Kalista gets caught out, I would definitely be scared. Shyvana and LeBlanc can still dish out the damage that's probably needed if Kalista goes down early, but if Kalista or LeBlanc go out early, that's a lot of damage gone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely, and Callista, if she's caught out without her support, I think is one of the easiest. Goes from being one of the hardest to one of the easiest. She's super dependent on supports, in my experience.
Yeah, I mean, she had the change a while back where she does less damage if the person that she has that little, what is it called? The oath?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Her oath chain or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but she'll do less damage or less attack speed or something like that. Less DPS if they're not around. So Thresh
10% less damage and attacks.
There you go. Thank you. So yeah, she's not good being by herself, but we will see what happens.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, Callista is one of the most interesting ADCs for me to watch because she's so dependent. Like, she goes from just amazing kiter to not a great kiter when she has a support as opposed to when she doesn't.
Yeah.
It's crazy how different it is when she doesn't have her oath partner with her.
Mm-hmm. All right, I don't see anything crazy when it comes to
Top lane has some really good roam potential though between the Pantheon and the Callista, the Talia. It'll be interesting to see how early they go to bot lane.
I would love to see a 5-man gank bot.
That's what I'm looking forward to. That'd be great.
Yeah, once
think
Pantheon
that'd be
turns
big.
6, they definitely should do it. Especially if it's like
That'll
an
be
Inferno
interesting.
Drake.
Oh yeah, if they get a 5-man gank and get a good result with an Infernal Drake up, I think that could be a really big have a big effect on the early game for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, we can see that classic Lola invade.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Gotta, man, you gotta.
I don't know, there's so many new people in here.
I'll tell you what, Rhino, he always wants to invade, so I'm sure he's like getting on the invade.
Maokai is not with them, so it is a 4v5 if they do invade, or if anyone finds a fight. But I think everyone's put down defensive wards, so everyone should be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna all see each other for sure.
Probably be a very boring level 1. Has the oath happened yet?
I just heard it.
Okay, that's
So
real late.
here's a bit of a point. If you play Callista, the second you spawn in, before your character even appears, if you hit 6 and then target the cursor picture that's above the minimap of your support, you can get them bound before the summoner gate falls on the fountain.
Oh, that's huge. I did not know that.
Yeah, but you have to do it literally the second you log into the game. You cannot wait till you can even see your character.
That's really helpful because
That is a really good tip.
6-second tip.
Yeah.
I couldn't drag that out in 60 seconds or,
I guess we'll have to find a few more Calista tips to add to that.
If you log in. Yeah. Doesn't really work.
Yeah, 60-second tips are for you, like really easy, fast tips to help people. Instead, this is like the exact opposite.
Hey, that was still really good, man. I like knowing stuff like that. That's cool.
Yeah, because your spear always goes on 6 by default.
Right.
Unless you're me and it's my T-button.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a thing.
Alright.
Well, it looks like early game's going like you said earlier. Top lane Pantheon's just poking as much as he can on that Maokai.
A little bit out of
Whoa,
position.
good
Nice
trade bot
play.
lane.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh! The
Nice.
heathen-
Oh wow, that was really good. That was really good synergy. That's a good sign for bot lane for sure.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
Papa Gamer and Rhino. I mean, Papa Game, Team A and AK.
Ignite goes down on Talia.
Oh.
Heal comes out. Rhino's
Oh.
going back in with the flash, but doesn't get the kill. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good trades by the red team. Don't forget, especially any lane actually, you gotta respect that level 2 power spike. You have to respect it. The Rakan was completely out of position, way too aggressive, wasn't really paying attention to the waves and his positioning, and they were both level 1 while the enemy bot lane was level 2, so gotta be really careful about that.
There's just so much of a gold differential there.
Yeah.
Whenever you talk about like how much money you get from just stats. Ooh, that could have been really good if the Kalista hadn't dodged with the jump out.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
There's a
close.
penguin emote.
Is that the dabbing
Okay.
penguin?
It wasn't the dabbing one. He was just tipping the hat one.
Has the dabbing one come out yet?
I don't know. People were talking about that just a little bit ago.
I was
Yeah,
telling
they were.
somebody I was gonna buy that just it's Tyler. Tyler, I told that. Gonna make sure to grab that dabbing some bitch.
So we see Greg's at the top. He's about to gank. Not a
He
exactly the
shouldn't
best.
have shown there.
Yeah, I think he should have.
Okay, so
there.
bit of advice. If you're that close, you're gonna be tower diving anyway. Just wait for him to push the wave and then tower dive.
Or you can
And
go
Pantheon's a really safe tower diver. Just because he has the deal that blocks the...
Oh, Rhino goes in on the Talia. Oh, nice.
Back
Nice.
to the mark for the auto range. That was nice.
That was a
But no,
good
I mean,
play
you
by
can-
Rhino.
You can go in from, like, by the Gromp, that bush by the Gromp,
Mhm.
on that dive, which would probably be more successful.
Are you talking about the one behind his tower? If you're
Yeah,
coming for him?
Yeah, the one behind his tower. Because that cuts off his escape path.
Oh, but
Uh-oh.
Pantheon winning? Oh,
I don't think. Again, you don't have CC. Maokai doesn't have much mana, and I think he's a bit scared, which rightfully he
Well,
should
he
be.
can't really
Yeah.
do anything
Yeah.
right now.
And the
this
Shyvana doesn't have any damage right now.
Kalista and Thresh are really building up the CS lead in the bot lane.
Yeah, 32 to 33 to 20. That's pretty brutal.
Kill and a half. Wait, you said 33 to 20 or 33 lead?
No,
32 to 20.
Ah, okay, well, that's one kill.
Mhm.
Gotta move around the.
Well,
pictures.
they were 20 ahead before they backed.
Ooh, nice engage with the
Oh, good
gank.
engage.
Really good flash by Kalista to get away. Knight goes down
Uh-oh.
with Kalista. A lot of damage still going on her. The
Oh.
heal goes, but I think she's chucking a pot and she'll be fine.
Barely got out.
engagement, though.
I think that was one of those things I've learned, that like if one of those ganks comes in, because you saw Kalista, she hit her potion and took her pot as soon as she got engaged on and early, and I think that barely saved her. That helped a lot.
You know, I'll tell you this: they should have kept going there, and the first person to take tower should have just stood on the edge of tower range and held it.
Yeah, they
As long
they
as
could have gotten
possible.
it. I saw Rakan and Gragas still had their flashes up. I know Gragas didn't need a flash to get the gank on, but I'm guessing Rakan probably could have flashed to steal the kill, maybe? Seal, not steal.
Right.
It might have been close though. But I mean,
Oh,
nonetheless,
this jungle
Kalista played it
invade
well.
coming in.
Yeah, good timing on the jungle invade to get that blue buff. And
I mean,
we
it was
have-
played well. It was just given up on early. Too much respect to the tower.
Bot
Right.
lane cannot leave this early. Shyvana does have the level advantage for the smite. It does go to Shyvana, but
Oh, she got it.
Oh,
Collapsed.
oh my gosh!
Nice
Evelyn
clap.
comes in.
Good
Ooh, lots of
job,
flashes,
move on.
and now Lucian's out of position, and red team gets 4 kills total now. Holy moly!
That was a really good collapse. It's always nice as a jungler when your mid laner comes in to help you protect the buff.
Yes,
It's
very
often,
very.
there's a
important.
lot of times that doesn't happen.
I'll tell you this.
But if you know, if you saw like LeBlanc, like he saw that the blue buff was being taken, he cleared his wave real fast and came as quick as he could.
Nice. Yeah, I'll tell you this. As a
Made a big
jungler, you know, I need my first blue buff, maybe my second if I feel like it. But if I lose my second buff, my first buff, my third buff, I might not give it over to my mid laner because I might need it selfishly.
Oh yeah.
So having your blue buff protected is important for you as a mid laner as well. So
Right.
yep, very helpful.
Well, you're in the trouble zone now with Shyvana. because she's level 6. She can gank, and her damage is gonna start getting nuts.
Yeah, I think she took press to the attack too. So now that she's 6, she definitely will be able to stay in range as long as she doesn't misplay it. Ooh. Hook misses. Nice try on that cheese, and well done by Lucian not face checking that. So Maokai is keeping up with CS. He does have. It doesn't look like he's building Bramble Vest, is it? I don't remember. Does it build out?
Yeah, that is those are components for Bramble Vest.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a Shyvana.
There's
for a
gank.
Thornmail anyway.
Oh, the minion wave.
Flashed out.
So
Because
right,
that minion wave like surrounded Maokai.
yeah. So right there, Shyvana didn't need an ult to close the distance. She should save her ult for when he flashes, because they should know that Pantheon has his flash. Maokai should also save his W for that instance, and Shyvana doesn't.
I mean,
have
hell, even if he doesn't have flash, let's say he leaps backwards to a minion or something.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the ult doesn't really give you anything. It's a good gap closer. And so, like, it's kind of like Master Yi. Whenever you play Master Yi, what you want to do is, action.
Oh, Lantern doesn't get over the wall,
That's a-
but he's out.
Okay, so
No.
it's like playing Master Yi. If you can just turn on your ult and run at them, nice.
Oh man, Maokai's
Yeah.
getting tanky. Look at him just taking tower shots.
Oh, one more.
Takes it out.
Ooh, not even
Uh-oh.
close.
You're gonna have to do some happy feet
Something
here.
fancy is gonna have to happen here for him to make it out.
Oh, nice dodge on that.
Oh,
Oh, it's
oh,
out!
like
Wait,
Fancy.
actually,
Oh,
he does have
Maokai
flash. He doesn't have smite.
got it back to the tower.
Oh, he
I
got
think he's
away.
out. He's out.
Holy moly, nice escape
That
by
was
Papa Gamer
nice.
there.
That was
Really
well
well,
played.
really well played.
Oof.
Definitely frustrating as a jungler when that happens to you.
Oh yeah. Shouldn't about
Yeah.
anybody. So yeah, still blue.
So red keeps its 5-0 lead.
yeah, blue.
Here's a bit of trivia. Papa Gamer is actually the person who got me into League.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I think he's our first iTunes review as well.
yeah, he is.
Oh, Shyvana's there, caught during the dragon. A lot of things happening all over the map. Lucian ult does
Wow.
not finish off Shyvana, but they're probably gonna secure
Yeah.
the dragon. Wait, I take it back. Kalista's coming up. So
Oh,
is
this is
Thresh.
gonna be a really good fight.
This is
Get
way
out
in the
Kalista
front
ult.
though.
Yeah.
Lots of knockup,
Oh,
lots
they
of damage.
kicked out the
Oh my
jungler.
gosh!
Gragas goes
Hook
down.
hits, and then heals
Ren.
go down. They're still running.
Oh,
Kalista flash
running
forward,
and
gets the
gunning
red.
down the
Oh
blue
my
team.
gosh!
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
Cute.
And
The
Oh!
hook hits.
oh,
It's gonna have to be a
it's
flash.
a chase! It's a chase! It's a chase!
He had
Nope.
flash. He could have
Don't.
flashed.
But that was really good coordination between the Kalista and the Thresh, which is always fun to see.
That Kalista is fed.
Throwing the she was able to throw the Thresh straight into blue team, got the ult up, turned around that whole fight.
Yeah, that was really well played by that bot lane. And then
I
Shyvana got
think,
out without
I think
dying
the
too.
communication so far has been on point in bot lane, which is doesn't bode well for your opposing team. Thresh.
Yeah.
But red
So
does secure the dragon still in the end too. Oh, and not
So
bot,
Papa
but-
Gamer had tried to get me into League of Legends, and I was like, I don't know if I want to play it.
How long ago was this?
Oh,
How
I
long
don't know,
ago?
season 2, 3, somewhere in that neighborhood. It was like Thresh had came out. Like, it was around that time, and I was like, I don't know that I want to try to get into something like that. You know, we'll see. Blah blah blah. And so he ends up buying me a $5 card that unlocks a few champions and gives you like a boost,
Uh-huh.
right? It's like a refer a friend card
Yeah,
back
yeah.
when they had those. And I was like, okay, well, if he got me a card, I'll fucking fine. Now I own all the skins.
Goddamn douchebag forcing you to play a video game.
They're taking over your life.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, now I have a podcast. Yeah. Jesus.
Cool.
Everything went nuts from there. But no, it's a bit of fun trivia.
And there's the payback to LeBlanc for helping defend blue buff earlier. She gets the blue buff down.
Oh boy, Pantheon is now definitely getting bullied. He did not get a chance to roam. Blue team actually hasn't done much. Gragas is coming in and gank the top lane though, but he seems all alone on this
About
one.
to get bullied.
I think that was pretty brave of Gragas going in on the Maokai.
Yeah, something must not have been
It might have
communicated.
been behind.
Oh, gank in the mid lane though, right on a meep. And yeah, down goes their mid laner Tulia.
Well, Shyvana completed her Blood Razor, so you knew a big hit was coming.
Yeah. So, what can blue?
Oh,
it's
jungle,
just-
playing the
it's
jungle,
all-
but this is not going to go well for
That's a
Dry.
level 9 to a level 6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, it's just total chaos for the blue team. Yeah, blue
Alright.
team is not taking advantage of the roaming champions.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I thought especially for that dragon fight there'd be 5 people.
Yeah. This is unfortunate.
But they're also bullied hard. They got nearly, so it's tough. It's a little tougher.
Sure. Yeah, it's important to be proactive if you can.
But
Especially
sometimes a roam is what'll get you back in the game. So I guess you got to balance it with that.
I mean, your strengths are in your roam, you know, like Pantheon is like his power spike in lane isn't 6 where he's like, now I'm 6, I can kill you. No, it's
Right.
like I'm 6, I'm going
That
to
was
destroy
really
the map.
good. That was really good Zhonya's there.
Very good, Johnny. Yeah.
And the same thing with Talia. Talia's not usually not like I'm using my ult on you in the mid lane to get a kill.
Yeah.
There's certain situations where that can happen, but yeah, pretty much no.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
there's-
Oh, jumping on
Like
the
that one right there, for example.
Oh, she did cut off the thresh, but
Woo!
everyone's a little too low to capitalize.
Blista just tanking that Lucian
Okay,
ult.
so if
Oh my goodness.
here's the thing, if blue team is going to get back into this game, they have to get picks on vision. They cannot get in extended fights. They're out golded.
They don't wanna
extended
3v3.
fights. Yeah, you don't want to 3v3, but if you could trade a 1-for-1 or a 2-for-2, that's fine. Yeah, but no extended fights
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, but
You
look at
just
all the
want
wards
picks.
Red has in their jungle. They have wards all
It's
over the
very
place.
impressive. I love
Both
it.
wards and stealth.
I mean,
And that's what I'm
You
saying.
can
Is
see
that right
it's
there,
going to be
that
really
ward
hard for
cover?
them to get a. It's going to be
Yeah.
really hard for them to get a pick.
Well, that's how you put the boot on the throat. Is you make sure that the options for you getting picked out just aren't there.
Right.
uh-oh. Pantheon found in the river by
Something
himself.
everyone could work on, especially me.
And Callista's
Here
trying
comes
to
a
contribute.
present.
Oh my gosh, so much damage by that Maokai.
Oh,
I think if he had his ult there,
He
and
doesn't.
he did, he
Maokai
could have
doesn't.
killed him.
Maokai doesn't even have any offensive items. just the depth, the dead man's plate. He's like smoking people.
So I want to say this right here, like Blake was mentioning, like how to get back into the game. This game is, I want to say, quote unquote, probably over. It's a huge lead, and it's probably up to red team to throw it. So that means like as the game progresses, you need to start taking bigger and bigger risks and doing some crazy stuff. Like trade a top. Oh boy, Shyvana
Oh
found.
man, another one. Shyvana
no.
4 levels up now.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you need to find just crazy picks. Like put 5 people top lane to get a turret. Do Rift Herald, like you do some crazy stuff. You probably trade, go for an even trade, or even like a kind of a bad trade, just so you can get some like extra gold and like have something happening on the map. Hopefully, maybe your wave management's good, so even though you pick a fight that you lose, your waves are still pushing and getting turret damage or taking a turret. You have to do kind of like stuff that, yes, it's not probably gonna net you the win, but it's something because you're in a really bad spot anyway. You have to take
Right.
that risk. Like right here, 2 people, 80 carry and mid laner in the top lane, going for the Maokai,
God.
hopefully getting the kill. Boom! First kill on the map for blue team.
They're on the scoreboard.
There we go.
Let's go. Yeah, there's just like no
Would
good
you say?
decisions.
Would you want
to
them to? Would you want as the top lane, Lucian and Talia just got that kill? You know that Shyvana's on Dragon. Should they have gone? They should have gone for Rift Herald then.
I
to
would
get
say
something,
Rift Herald
or just back.
Well,
top turret.
the
'Cause
reality
it seems
is
like that's
your,
a chance he
your
should take.
mid is gonna get beaten down, maybe even 2 turrets if you try to take Rift. If you do take Rift, the only thing that you're gonna do is maybe put some passive pressure on lane somewhere. But lane pressure is not really what the blue team wants. So it's more of a denial resource than anything.
Oh no!
Oh,
What?
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 That was a good.
What happened there? Okay.
I'm not
The
100%
CC has
sure.
been put down.
Was she standing directly on the cone?
She was standing. I think because if you hit it like just right, you'll just go straight up. It's happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to be pretty much right on top
she
of
was. She was. She was just to the left of it.
I think she was goading them a little bit there, and then Karma bit her in the ass. That's funny. Oh, so yeah, what Blake was saying, I don't think Rift Herald is it doesn't help you right now. Doesn't really,
Right.
yeah, it doesn't help. I would, if possible.
So you
go for that
wouldn't.
turret.
You wouldn't put Rift Herald in as an objective that you should gamble for if you're that far behind. Or
I'd rather have a turret than a Rift Herald. Although denying them the Rift Herald is kind of important too, so you can make an argument there. But I think you can get a
Well,
turret.
time
faster
will
than Rift.
deny them the Rift Herald. You're so close to 20 minutes.
That's true. It was at 15 minutes though, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just playing
Stun,
devil's
stun,
advocate
stun.
here.
Oh no! Too late.
I'm just trying to find any way they can like get back into it. So.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Like,
how they
I
do it
guess
is
it's
they
an objective.
have to switch to vision denial, and then get picks in between lanes. Like that's the only way they can do
And
that.
right now you have
See,
three
right
people
now
top
the
lane. Good
problem
job.
is, well, no, the problem is you have 3 top, but you have no response to what's going on bottom lane.
Rakan is 4 levels down from the Shyvana. That's
And
gonna
so
be
you're
tough there.
trading a tower for kills, and then the kill backfired.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to be all set up. I think you're right. You set the Talia and Gragas should have been there to defend bot lane a little sooner. Just stall as long as they can. 3 people go top and hope they can get that turret. Unfortunately, they ran into the Shyvana, who's just can destroy all 3 of them. So it didn't work out. And again, like there is not a decision that's like, hey, this is how we win the game right now because you're so
Yeah,
far
no.
behind.
I
You
mean,
find
there's no
best
like
possible.
clear cut. Do this to win formula. Yeah, that's not happening.
Especially this far down.
Yeah,
I think the best thing from this is I think what you said, how to keep the boot down on a team with all the vision control, especially a team that their best way in it is by making picks with all the roams. And it's just like it's how are you gonna pick someone out when they can see like Blue's whole jungle is lit up with control wards and wards.
It's pretty gross.
It's
See, I mean, right now they have 100% free Baron,
yes.
and they should be working on that.
I'm surprised Kalista didn't get pinged to stay, but probably just back and they're gonna do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 things that you can think about here right now. Red team's so far ahead that they could just do Baron and get it, which I think they are way far ahead that they've...
Well, they
very low
definitely have
risk of
vision
going.
of Lucian and Rakan.
Yeah. And then the
Yeah.
other one's like, why risk Baron? Because we can just finish the game anyway. And I think that's also a good
Well,
option for Red, but I think
here's
they're
the
just
thing:
so far
with
ahead.
their vision control, it isn't a risk.
Good point, because
Right.
they can peel off anytime. You're
You
right.
can peel off anytime. It's-
Like they saw where
They
mid and
also
bot lane was
saw-
the whole way.
They saw Meepadoodle's recall in the bot, so they know he's not coming. They
Right.
saw Lucian and Rakan in the bot jungle, so they know he's not coming. Yeah, so it's like your risk just isn't there. You got 2 guys, so you set somebody to peel, and then if they get close enough or become a problem, then you collapse. You know, it just there's not a lot of risk there, and now you just end. You
Yeah.
use that buff to create a 5v5, and then you end. Because you can't, like, unless you just horrifically fuck it up, you really can't lose it.
Okay, right now they should actually all collapse on mid lane. You have
Yeah.
you have a Talia, you have a Pantheon. Like, just go for it. You guys are losing out on a ton of your strength. And again, you're behind, so it probably won't work out. Oh, there's a nice engage.
Oh,
Really nice
that was
engage by Rakan.
got
Yeah.
the flash out of Kalista at least.
Kalista is still squishy. Could you imagine if a Pantheon was there to flash W on that and, like, you know, a Lucian? Like, that could have been a dead Kalista right there. you have to just go for some play. You have to go for plays.
Yeah. This
was
is the
really
time
close.
that you either force it and you win, or you gradually just lose everything trying to hold on to everything. You know, like, because you're probably going to lose. I mean, the
That's
reality
fresh.
is, even if you go mid, you're probably going to lose. And you're definitely going to lose a turret. But look at it right now. They've lost 2 turrets, 2 inhibitors.
Lots of damage by that Lucian. Very, very close to getting the kill on the bot.
So I guess a good thing to know is when to just give things up at the expense of taking a big gamble, so that can hopefully help you defend something instead of losing everything.
Yep, exactly.
Right. I mean, think of it like a real-time strategy game, right? Let's
Right.
say you have like a Zerg rush coming in, and there's like 20 Zerglings, and you've got like 5 Marines or something, right? You're probably gonna lose, unless of course you throw them in a bunker. You're gonna lose everything but the shit that's around the bunker, but that was already lost. If you send 1 Marine out to each pack of Zerg, they're just gonna get their ass eaten, and you lose everything.
Right.
Right? I mean, it's the same kind of deal.
Yeah, it's hard to get like into that mindset to try and to get that gambling mindset, and I think it definitely takes a lot of communication on its own. Just because somebody's got to take charge and be like, "Hey guys, we're going in all in on this. Either we're gonna lose eventually anyway, or we maybe give ourselves a win."
Yeah. Very good. MVP, what do you guys think?
Oof, that's a hard thing to say.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I would say Callista and Thresh could share it, because I think getting it off that good start bottom, they kind of hampered Blue's ability to roam on them, and that was a big thing. Blue early.
I'm gonna. Okay. All right, let's go to the homeroom, guys.